Jai Mahamaya Ki Jai. In our last discourse, we heard about Ekavali's getting stolen away by the demon and her friend who had escaped, relating it all to Ekavira. We'll go on with chapter 23 now. Vedavyasa said, O king, the powerful son of Lakshmi, Hayaya, became very glad to hear these words of the beautiful friend of Ekavali. O one of beautiful thighs, hear in reply to your query. I am Hayaya, the son of Lakshmi, and I am known in this world by the name of Ekavira. Now you have made my mind dependent. What am I to do now? Where to go? Thus distressed with the bereavement from your dear companion, my mind is struck with Cupid's arrows and is confounded with her extraordinary beauty that you have just now described. Next, you described her qualifications, and my mind is ravished. Again, when you describe before me what she uttered in the presence of the demon, I am struck with great wonder. Your dear companion Ekavali said before the vicious demon, I have already selected the king, Ekavira. I will not select any other man than him. This is my firm resolve. These words have converted me into her slave. O sweet-haired one, say now, what service can I do to you both? I am not acquainted with that wicked demon's palace. Never I went to a city before. O fair-eyed one, say how I can go there, for you are the only one that can lead me there. Therefore, take me quickly to that place where your beautiful dear companion is staying. Your dear companion, the daughter of the king, is very much afflicted with sorrow. Soon I will free her by destroying that cruel demon. There is no doubt in this. O auspicious one, I will rescue your dear companion and bring her to the city of yours and hand her over to the hands of her father. Then that king, the enemy destroyer, will perform the marriage ceremony of his daughter. I think this is the desire of your heart as well. O sweet-speaking one, know that that is also my desire, O beautiful one. Now that desire will be fulfilled by your efforts. Show me quickly that place and see my powers. O one with a face beautiful like the moon, it seems that you will be able to do my work. Soon to such as I can kill that wicked demon who steals others' wives. Now show me the way to the impassable city of the demon. Hearing the sweet words of the prince, Yasovati, the companion of the princess, became very glad and gently began to speak about how he could go to the demon's city. O king, take the success-giving mantra of Bhagavati, and I would then be able to show you today the city guarded by the demons. O king, better arrange to take your vast army with you, for you will have to fight no sooner you go there. Kalakitu, the demon, is personally a great warrior surrounded by demons of great power and strength. Therefore, be initiated in the mantra of Sri Bhagavati and accompany me. So you will surely be successful. I will show you the way to the city of that demon. Slay the vicious and vilest of the Rakshasas and rescue my dear companion. Hearing this, Ekavira was duly initiated into the great mantra of the Divine Mother. At that time, Maharishi Dattatreya accidentally came there as if ordained by fate. The chief of the Jananans, that is, conducive to the welfare of the beings. Thus, by the influence of the mantra, the king got the power of knowing all things and going everywhere with unobstructed speed. When the king Ekavira quickly went with Yasovati to the impassable city of the demons, unaccompanied by a vast army. The city was surrounded by snakes and guarded by terrible demons like the city of Patala. The messengers of the demons, seeing the king coming, were struck with terror and crying loudly, quickly went to the king Kalaketu. Kalakitu, struck with Cupid's arrows, was sitting beside Ekavali and was speaking many modest words. When the messenger went there suddenly and said, "O king, the attendant of this lady, whose name is Yasavati, is coming here with a prince and an army. O king, we cannot tell exactly whether the prince is the son of Indra, named Jayanta, or Kartikeya. After all, puffed up with the strength of his army, he is coming here. O king, the battle is imminent. Now make your arrangements fully and carefully. Fight with the son of the Devi of abandoned his lotus-eyed lady, or abandon his lotus-eyed lady. O king, at the distance of 3 yojanas from this place, he is staying with his army. Now equip yourself and quickly declare the war by blowing the war trump, etc." Hearing the messenger's words, Kalakitu, the king of the demons, became overwhelmed with anger and at once sent many powerful demons holding all sorts of weapons and spoke to them. "O demons with weapons in your hands, go before them quickly." Ordering them thus, Kalakitu asked in sweet words Ekavali, who was very distressed. He said, "O thin-bellied one, who is coming here? Is he your father or any other man coming with his army to release you? Speak this to me truly. If your father comes here to take you back, being very much distressed with your bereavement, I will never fight with him. If I come to know this truly, rather I will bring him to my house and worship him with the excellent horses, gems, and jewels and clothing. Really, I will show my full hospitality duly to him when he comes here. And if any other person comes, then I will take his life by the sharpened arrows. There is no doubt in this. Know this as certain, whoever comes here for your rescue is brought by the hand of death to me. Therefore, O large-eyed one, say who is this fool that is coming, not knowing me as a powerful and incomparable issue of death." Ekavali said, "O highly fortunate one, I do not know who is this body coming this side with a violent speed. O king, how can I know that when I am in the state of confinement here in your home? This man is not my father, nor my brother. Some other powerful man is coming here. I do not know exactly what for he is coming." The demon said, "My messengers say that your comrade, Yasavati, has taken with her that warrior and is coming to this side with great energy. Where has your clever companion gone now, O lotus-eyed? There is no enemy in the 3 worlds strong enough to fight against me." Just then, other messengers hurriedly came in terrified and spoke to Kalakitu, who had been staying in the house thus. "O king, the army has come very close to the city. How are you staying in the house calm and quiet? Better march out of the city with your vast army as quickly as possible." The powerful Kalakitu, then hearing their words, mounted on his chariot and quickly went out of the city. The king, Ekavira, on the other hand, suffering from the bereavements of his dear lady, suddenly came there mounted on horseback. The terrible fight ensued then and there between the two, and each one struck the other with sharpened weapons, and the quarters all around blazed with their glittering and clashings. When the terrible fight was going on, Ekavira, the son of Lakshmi, struck Kalakitu, the king of the demons, with a very powerful club. Thus struck by the Gada, the powerful club, the lord of the demons fell on the ground like a mountain struck by lightning and died. All the demons fled away, all struck with terror. Yasavati went then very hurriedly with a gladdened heart to Ekavali and began to speak to her in terms of surprise and in sweet words. Oh dear, come, the great warrior, the Prince Ekavira, has killed the demon in a dreadful battle. That king is now waiting, tired, in the midst of his soldiers. He has already heard from me about your beauty and qualities, and now is expecting to see you. O one looking askance, now satisfy your eyes and mind by seeing the king who is like Cupid. When I described to him before on the banks of the Ganges your beauty and qualifications, he got enamored of you, and now he is suffering from bereavements and wants to see you. Thus hearing Ekavali determined to go to him, and as she was yet unmarried, she became abashed and afraid. She thought, how could she see the prince as she was unmarried? It might be that he, being passionate, would catch her by the arm. Thus troubled with thought, that daughter of the king, with a sad look and wearing poor clothes, Ekavali went with Yasovati on a palanquin carried on men's shoulders. Seeing that large-eyed daughter of the king coming there, the prince said, "O beautiful one, my 2 eyes are very thirsty to see you. Satisfy my eyes and mind by showing yourself to me." Seeing the prince passionate and the king's daughter very much abashed, Yasovati, who knew the rules of modesty, thus spoke to the prince. "O prince, the father of my dear companion expressed a desire to betroth her to your hands. She is also obedient to you. Therefore your meeting will certainly take place. O king, wait. Take her to her father, and he will perform duly the marriage ceremony and marry you to her. Know this to be quite certain." The king took her words to be quite just and true, and taking those 2 ladies, went with his army to the house of the father of Ekavali. Ekavali's father became very glad and cheerful to learn that his daughter was coming, and accompanied by his ministers, went hurriedly to her. After a long time, the king saw his daughter in poor clothing and became highly pleased. Yasovati then described in detail all that happened before the king. The king then, with his ministers, brought with great love, courtesy, and gentleness Ekavira to his house, and on an auspicious day performed the marriage ceremony of him with Ekavali, in accordance with due ceremonies and rites. Then the king gave away many clothing, ornaments, jewels, and articles for fitting a house, and many other things, and worshipped duly, and sent his daughters together with Yasovati away with the king Ekavira. Thus the marriage ceremony was performed, and the son of Lakshmi gladly returned to his house and began to enjoy many pleasures with his wife. Then in a course of time, in the womb of Ekavali, the king Haya got a son named Kritavira. The son of this Kritavira is known as Kartavira, O king. Thus I have narrated to you the origin of the Haya dynasty. Here ends the 23rd chapter and the 6th book on the battle of Haya and Kalaketu in the Mahapuranam Srimad Devi Bhagavatam by Maharishi Vedavyasa of 18,000 verses. Bole Baba ki jai, Jai Mahamaya ki jai, Hare Kandeshvari Mata ki jai.